Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
All in the Volunteer State, the chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
50, plant. 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey,
on 1st and 10, Parks. That one complete. He finds Shark. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And his throw is incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Parks. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Let's go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. Got some room at the 30, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. The numbers for Davis last week, 8 catches, 104 yards, and the score is... And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
first down. Dawkins has shedding the tackle and now some room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go now. 60 out now. Hey, wahoo! 55, 55. Defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On second down, Dawkins. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans! Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Tennessee score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all the way down to the 26. A big third down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Parks. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 1st down. Parks. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Parks. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Play action now. Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Move. Fight.
Operating from the gun, Parks. And he slings one that's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Parks. Sharks got it, left side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
From From the gun, Parks. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go. Here we go.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Go. Check pass. Check pass. Mike 55. Come. Check 55. Mike. Quick. And ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Cut. Coming to you. 50. Cut. 55. Cut. Clear.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Parks. This is caught. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, high 7. 31's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Let's go.
Second and 1. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Parks. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. On 4th down, Parks. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This is taken at his 4. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I got one. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On second down now, Dawkins. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Mike 50. It's 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. On first down, Parks. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Parks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have been. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mariota to throw it, and he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Dawkins, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Parks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get the ball. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 50. Hey, foxtrot. Let's go.
The final shot before break. Parks. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. We have hit. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, deep tighter.
On 2nd down, Dawkins, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's caught, Humphreys. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. That one goes for 24 yards.
90 Wolf. 55 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Smooth. Mike, 55. Right there.
Throwing on 1st down. Parks. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Go now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel. Yeah, let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Harold Landry, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
Back to throw. Parks flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Parks. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Completes it to Lee. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just... So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You think you gonna get this?
They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
On first down, Parks. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
To throw again, Parks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Parks. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again. Parks. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Looking to throw. Parks. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Slam, slam. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Parks. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on second and 10. Parks. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
they will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the 49.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Parks. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and long. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up
to throw on 3rd down. Parks. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing on 1st down, Parks. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Under 10, under 10. Hey, Haywood. Mike's 50. Here we go. Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Parks. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Operating from the gun. Parks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 52. Hey, smooth. Get it.
Back to throw. Parks. The open man is Westbrook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Hey, Alpha. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Yeah, let's get a sack. Hurry, fire.
On 1st down, Parks escaping the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Ready, set. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw. Parks. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 26 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Mariota, Yannick Ngakoue in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. To throw is Mariota.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Go.
Now Mariota on 4th down. He gets it to Humphreys, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Hey, Delta. Mike 55.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 5. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Mariota on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Titans on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Mariota. He finds Humphries. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mariota. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 16. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.